Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Hearts of Iron 4, where we are playing Kaiserreich as the combined Syndicates of America. So, what are we doing at the moment? Well, we are currently fighting. We are trying to build up some more motorized, and this was actually one of the queries, is have I fixed mods? So they are set to subscriber divisions right now. Yeah, it's only showing the fallback names. Well, I'm going to change these to motorized division names, which they immediately don't name. So we'll call it you, and you, and you, and you two are supposed to be that, and that. Okay, so we have named them properly. If I can get the subscriber lists working again, then I will do so. I just don't know what's wrong with it right now, because I haven't changed the content. Unfortunately, everything is set to subscriber divisions right now. Oh no, they aren't. They are. So subscriber division seems to be the default, which is kind of annoying, because now we're going to see about 1 billion AI subscriber divisions, because I haven't been able to lock it out. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to lock it so only the CSA could get them, and that apparently failed, and something else has gone horrifically wrong with the mod, so who knows. Who owns New England? New England. It's Canadian.
Ready, sir.
Right, do I want to start trying to get some cutoffs, because that is looking rather juicy.
Listen up.
And it's a very simple question, it's a very simple answer.
Listen up.
Especially if they're going to be sitting here taking some
Ready,
damage.
sir.
Little Africa and Portugal made peace. It does look like we need to bring in some reinforcements over here, which is easily done. And once my motorized arrive, we should be able to provide a rather better buffer against the attacks going on here. Although they are hitting me from a lot of different angles, so let's bring in a couple of extra reinforcements. And then also have you attacking from that direction.
Let's go.
Have you doing a support attack so you don't actually move into the territory. Dance Macabre, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Herbert Charles Heike falls ill. That's unfortunate. You are
Ready.
the Greens commander. Well, I guess we'll bring in John Tisa. Well, we could just have Carlson as a frontline general for a bit. Bring in Robert Carlson's just a frontliner. A regular old general. Am I ready to be smashed to bits tomorrow? I'm rather hoping I don't get smashed to bits. Although I could also be the rather more aggressive, like, I'd like to see you try. Should be fun. I am actually looking forward to it.
All in.
Units are training, support from syndicalists. Excellent. Thank you very much for your additional support, especially as that is helping to close the deficit on guns. Unfortunately, the counterattack here is not going quite as well.
Let's go. Listen up.
And now suddenly it's a lot better. This is Communist Kaiser... yeah, this is the Combined Syndicates of America and Kaiserreich. We are running out of fuel rather rapidly. It's using so much. Air Force. That does make sense. Have we got any air bases in the Great Plains yet? No, we don't. And we are attacking that spot. Really need to get some decryption, I think. I dislike not being able to see more of their armies. CSA is rapidly catching us in terms of casualties suffered, which is a real shame
Ready to move.
for them. We'll be moving in with the motorized, so we'll take it really quickly.
Yes, sir.
You lot go ahead and counterattack into there. Helvetic Commune has joined the Third Internationale. Interesting. That was a rather juicy cut-off, actually. Quite pleased with that.
Ready to move.
Let's just go and do some damage. Hit them from multiple different angles. Hopefully we bring in some people to go and help reinforce those areas. They're still attacking me over here. They're pushing me back a little bit in the center, but that's totally fine. Right, the other thing I was trying to work out is why my destroyers aren't behaving. So let's turn you all off for a second. Because you two are supposed to convoy escort there. And you convoy escort. See, you'll just get the same order, that's why. Oh well, so be it. And we can modify the government, and I would like to. I'm going to bring in the tank designer, which was going to be General Motors for the cheaper heavy tanks. But actually what I was thinking about is I might use light tanks early on, then switch over to heavies. In fact, you know what would be even better? Let's bring in the industrial company so we can get the military factories building faster. So do we want the resource gain efficiency from Bethlehem Steel, or do we want US Steel for the industrial research speed? Resource gain efficiency would improve the amount of aluminium and oil I'm getting. For a 5% loss in research, you know what, I'm okay with that. And we should be building these military factories really quite quickly, because we also have the war industrialism. Oh no we don't. Once the long war finishes we'll get that. And we're no longer getting the bonuses against the longists. We'll need to get that in a moment.
Under fire.
Pushing us pretty hard in a number of different places. Improved machine tools, excellent. That's going to up our efficiency. So now I'm going to get some more excavation. And then possibly we'll need the fuel refining. Can't believe I'm thinking about getting fuel refining in America, of all places.
Attention.
And there we are, the long war done. War syndicalism, stability goes down, war support goes down, but we do get 20% more military factory production, which is going to be rather nice. So where do we go from here? Roll out the M1, which will allow me to get the M1 Thompson much quicker. Rebel Girl will be more recruitable population, which we don't really need right now. Modifying the Red Guard militias would give us a lot more max planning and also the division organization, which we are suffering from a little bit. Or reactivate the Army War College, which would increase the amount of army planning and logistics we can get. Do I plan to go after the Canadians or the Germans first after the Civil War is over? Don't know. Somewhat depends on how France and Britain are doing. I think I'm going to enforce discipline. One of the increasing problems we are suffering is a lack of organisation and the frequent insubordination of our forces. To this end, we have recreated the military police and intend to crack down on those who disobey the orders. And furthermore, we can start recruiting some more troops. So we can get West Virginia, Minnesota, or Iowa. West Virginia seems a little bit more dangerous. I'm just going to organise this because we have got 2 more militia units who are available and can join the army.
Ready, sir.
Who's going to finish next?
Move out. Move, move, move.
We'll do that. Oliver Law wounded. What is it with all these guys being so reckless? Tisa.
All in.
Okay, they're automatically doing it. And then we will have the motorized at our beck and call once again. And in fact, one more motorized has just been deployed.
Ready, sir.
That would be you.
Command.
Okay, victory.
Listen up.
So, where do we want these guys next? Well, I'm somewhat tempted to just keep on rolling up this side, to be quite honest. The more of the coastline I can take, the better. And the defences down here aren't great. And it's also quite nice and open, which is great for motorised. Although one thing I was very seriously thinking about doing is I'm going to cancel this line and I'm going to replace them instead with the L2 light tanks. And we're going to start rolling in some light tanks into those motorised. We will need to research the better ones, but I think this is going to be good. And we are now no longer importing anything from you. Is that because you've actually... Yeah, you've shut your borders. Yeah, sod. So it wasn't because my ships were being intercepted. We're going to buy from the Dutch East Indies, which will allow me to ramp up my aircraft and motorised production again. Good. Right, so where are we going to go? Do we want to try pushing back over here? No, because I'm actually kind of okay defending the big river, which I'm assuming is the Mississippi. It always amazes me how far that goes. Is that really the Mississippi that goes all the way to Pittsburgh? No. Yes. Wow. I think I'm going to push from here out to here. We'll get a little bit of planning preparation when we do that too. Does anyone have any trades to get? Probably. I haven't looked around for a while. He doesn't.
Orders.
You're the guy who's actually a field marshal, but kind of pretending not to be.
Listen up.
Tisa just came into place. Wolf, no.
Ready to move.
Cannon, no.
Attention.
Katine, no.
Orders.
Morris Rose. Morris Rose could get infantry expert, but I don't actually want him to get that. I mean, actually, ambusher can be used by anyone. Recon bonus while entrenched and max entrenchment. That does not say anything about infantry. That's interesting. But he's like all-out attack guy, so we're just going to leave it. The part in Pittsburgh is the Ohio River, but that still feeds into Mississippi. This game needs river gunboats. They would be interesting. Where's the closest source of oil? Go for that. Texas. Probably. Actually, there are smaller sources of oil throughout America, which is why I really don't want to have to invest in oil refining. If I am down to just 9 days of oil, so I'm going to have to do something. But there are other people I can buy from. There's a little bit there. There's actually a fair amount here. And that's all nice and open. I quite like that idea. What state's that? Kansas. Let's go to Kansas. We're not in Kansas anymore. Not for the moment, anyway. This is Kansas, right? Yeah, okay, we're good.
Attention.
That would have been bad. See if we can do this. And we should have another motorized.
Yes,
There he
sir.
is. Assign you to that army. And then I am going to buy temporarily a little bit of oil from Venezuela. By 2. Although Venezuela is a little bit more dangerous because it's going to come through here. Romania would actually be safer, because it's not near America, so we'll have a different source. Because right now we're not losing any convoys, apparently. Which is quite nice to see. Right, AOS. You have now lost 250,000. You are hemorrhaging manpower. How are we doing motorized? 280. Any other material shortages? No, not really.
Attention.
Hold on, I just realised you lot should be taking the train.
Commands. Fall back.
There's formation.
Come on,
flying.
move out.
I'm going to back off from here. This is a bit of a pain to defend. Okay, so we can get dive bombing, which I think is fine. We do need to research the upgraded light tanks soon. Mashriki Kingdom has joined the Cairo Pact. Mashriki have declared war on the Ottomans, so the Cairo Pact war has begun. Buying oil from the fascists in Romania. They're not fascist. I don't actually know what Romania is in Kaiserreich. Not fascist, though. Yep, they're fascist. National populist. The Weltkrieg caused them tremendous damage in this already struggling Ottoman Empire. Large sections of the Arabian Peninsula were cut off from the Sublime Porte's rule for years, due to the successes of the Arab Revolt. All the same, with the Peace of Honour, the Yemeni Vilayet was, to some extent, brought back under Ottoman rule. At least in theory. Yeah, they are. Let's have you in Ohio. We will then assign you to this unit, and then that. Off you go. And again, force march. Basically out of oil again. We are using quite a lot. That's the French counter-attacking. Start you backing off. Hawaii have joined the Reichspact. The balance of power continues to shift. Interesting.
Let's go.
You know what? I'm going to be a bit sneaky here. We're going to start on this side of the river. And then we're basically going to try and punch through and then bypass the river completely, so we don't need to fight around Kansas City.
Yes, sir.
And we still don't have any other air bases up here, do we? No. Oh, and we have a couple more ready to join. Yemen have joined the Cairo Pact. The balance of power continues to shift. There may be consequences for the region and beyond. Alright, we need to start recruiting some more of these. We're going to go for Iowa. And we have maximum war support, so I don't need to do anything with that. Stability is the one that needs to go up. We could also get some more decryption. Syndicalist. Research speed and decryption. John Abt or John Bernard? Or Lee Pressman? I'd rather have decryption than encryption. So we'll go with John Abt. Alright, let's go crashing through here, shall we? Directive 656. The Winter Resource Allocation Program of 1937. The revolution must succeed, but the revolution is also for the people. When supporting the revolution and supporting the people are the same, the choice is trivial, but when one must be prioritised over the other, the hard choices must be made. The Central Committee has been made aware that the supply situation is critical, and either the people or the army must be undersupplied through the winter. We fight for the people, we lose war support, we gain stability, we fight for the revolution, we gain war support but lose stability. We have loads of war support, so I'm going to take the stability. Thank you very much. Especially as war tension's still only 57%.
Listen up.
And we are again low on fuel. But we have a surplus of some of the other resources now. The hell is using my fuel? Really is just the air. I think I need to get better at refining it.
Move out.
Here we go. Alright, so if one of you goes that way, one of you goes that way,
Yes, sir.
and one of you goes up towards Lincoln, then I'm going to do a general order to attack. What does Push the Pacific do? It gives you military bonuses against the Pacific states. Oh, you left that unguarded. Mistakes were made.
Ready, sir.
Whoops, that's not what I meant. They're actually...
Let them have it. Move out.
What I was trying to do was draw that line. Bugger. I just deleted the entire front line. It's fine though, we got it back. I'm going to divide this up into sections, so all of you lot.
Attention.
We're going to say you. Whoa, didn't mean to unpause that. You attacking there. And we'll have another line coming over here. And then another line here.
Yes, sir.
Edit. Trying to edit. And then we need a final line, which is going to be here. Where the hell is that coming from? Alright, so close this. All
Yes,
of
sir.
you lot are assigned to that. All of
Attention.
you lot.
Ready, sir. Fall in. Attention. Listen up.
Please tell me you're not just moving. You're not just moving. Good. Although you do seem to have oddly little planning preparation. Guys, what the hell?
Taking aim.
Go that way.
Listen up. Move out. Taking cover.
Let's see if we can roll this bit up and then we'll go off to Kansas bit again. Hopefully before they have too much of an opportunity to recover.
Pushing them back, sir. Move out. Move out.
Sigmund coup in White Ruthenia. Open street battle to report in the streets of Minsk today as the White Ruthenian security forces under the control of Prince Sigismund or Vyojmont launched a daring coup against the reigning monarch Vladimir Uzumir. For years, the Hohenzollern monarchy in the kingdom born from the ruins of the People's Republic had been racked with internal strife, and despite Uzumir's belated efforts to undermine Sigismund's power base with the intelligence services, his brother has now put an end to the Hemophiliac's tenuous rule. And get some more militia going. We'll add these two to the army over here. Do that. Oh yes, focus. So we just got the enforced discipline, which is going to be a nice boon. I think I'm going to roll out the M1 now. Production of a new battle rifle based on the design by John Garand found in the Springfield Armory should be sped along in order to ensure we have top-class weaponry. We just need to spend some time working out the kinks. Nationalist coup in White Ruthenia. After the Welsh Creek, the Germans formed a White Russian state in the White... Hang on, didn't they just... Oh no, this is just telling me that Prince Sigismund is in fact a thing that's happened. As opposed to a thing that hasn't happened. So how do the militia units look now? Minus 10 organisation rather than minus 20, and then max planning is minus 25. So what was our max planning until this point? Oh, we had a max planning of 4%? No, we had a max planning of 0. Because we just got 25%, didn't we? No wonder our offensives have been terrible. This unit will die soon. And there they go. Good. Well done to the motorized. Now we need to continue to punch through, and I am very much liking that spot right there. In fact, the oil is right here. Screw that spot. Let's go for this spot. Just take out all of that. Right there. Okay. How are we doing for equipment? We're still pretty short on infantry equipment. We do, however, have a surplus of motorized. So we're going to start building another set of motorized. How are we doing for light tanks? 39. Not enough.
Attention!
There's another motorized unit here. Hold on. Air support. Do. A little bit. The problem is the distances involved. Although what I think I'm going to do is get the medium bomber units. Problem is we can't really fit them all in there.